Sunday Morning on CBS. And here again is Jane Pauley.
That was a big hit for the Dixie Chicks back in 2002, not long before a political remark all but deep-sixed their careers. Now, with their first album in years on the way, it's no regrets and no apologies. They talk for the record with Tracy Smith.
They might be known more for burning bridges than towing the line. The Dixie Chicks, with lead singer Natalie Maines, and sisters Martie Maguire and Emily Strayer, are one of the biggest female music acts of all time. 13 Grammys, tens of millions of records sold. And now they're getting ready to run again. But we found a few minutes with them at Natalie's home in Los Angeles.
What do you think it is? What is the bond between you? How does it work?
I don't know. It is so lucky. I like so few people. It's meant to be. It just really is meant to be. We don't have to try.
It just happens.
It does.
And at the moment, they're just weeks away from releasing a new studio album, the first one in 14 years.
So it took a lot of living to have something new to write about.
And then what brought you back to the studio?
Teenagers now.
Besides raising children, they also worked on duet and solo projects. But that only made them realize what they were missing.
Oh my God, when I had my one solo album, it was horrible. Like, I hated it.
Why?
I need these two. It was so, I've never felt more insecure in my whole life.
Because?
It just is so comfortable to have a team, to have a group, strength in numbers.
When my mama said I looked good and white, I'm gonna be ready this time.
And since their last album, they've all needed a shoulder to cry on. All three have been through divorce, but they say that the failed relationships just added fuel to their creative fire.
Gaslighter, denier, doing anything to get your ass farther.
And this is the result. Gaslighter is the title track from their new album.
Wave your tired stories for you knew someone else, 'cause they're lies. Look out, you little gaslighter, denier.
In case you're not up on street lingo, the word gaslighter is a reference to the 1944 movie Gaslight, where a manipulative Charles Boyer tries to convince Ingrid Bergman that she's lost her mind.
Gregory, are you trying to tell me I'm insane?
It's what I'm trying not to tell myself.
But that's what you think, isn't it?
What does that word mean to you, gaslighter?
Manipulator, like just making you feel like you're crazy.
Yes.
And your reality is not clear to you because they're just manipulating you so much. And I think everyone has a little gaslighter in their life, right?
Well,
I know mine.
Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause
But aside from the personal drama, the Dixie Chicks story is the stuff of music legend. The group formed in 1989 as a bluegrass band, but they barely made a ripple until they replaced their lead singer with newcomer Natalie Maines.
who doesn't know what I'm talking about? Who's never left home? Who's never struck out?
Did you click right from the beginning?
Pretty much. We kind of put Natalie through a test run. And so when we heard her sing, we're like, okay, we know she can sing, but will we like her?
They liked her all right, and within a few years, the Dixie Chicks went from a small-time band to a hit-making, Grammy-taking music machine. But in 2003, just before the Iraq War, they were on tour in London when Natalie made a remark about then-President George W. Bush.
We're ashamed of President of the United States.
What happened next was ugly.
The radio station set up these garbage cans for people to come by and throw out their CDs.
Their record sales plunged, their radio airplay dried up, and the biggest female group in the world was, in effect, canceled.
So looking back, do you see that as a blessing or a curse?
I think it's a blessing.
For sure, a blessing.
For sure.
It was a freedom to me. I hated that I was dragging two people through like what I said was affecting other people.
Did you guys feel, I mean, Natalie said she felt like she was dragging you through it. Did you feel like you were being dragged through it?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Ah, you just did a big sigh.
No, dragging isn't the word. It's more like we were all in the middle of it.
But they channeled their pain into music. And 3 years later, they were back with a new album and a new attitude.
Yes! The Grammy for Album of the Year goes to the Dixie Chicks.
I'm ready to make noise!
Just kidding. So the last album that you guys released won every Grammy that it was nominated for.
Yahtzee!
Yeah. How do you top that?
I mean, it's fun to win, but it's not important. It's not what's important. If this album or this cycle is a success, is if we win awards.
Maybe that's why you get them. It's like when you're not looking for a boyfriend, they're men beating down your door, right? Isn't that how it works?
I haven't been looking for 3 years, but it's not happening.
Hollywood welcomed you with open
Truth is, the focus now is more on records than romance.
Oh, she's gonna chew the mic.
And at the moment, this is one of the loves of Natalie Maines' life, Emmylou Cricket, one of her many rescue dogs.
What has that done for you to be involved in this?
I think it's been good for me to focus on that, especially since my kids are grown. It's nice to have things to take care of. I like nurturing and mothering, so they're a good, fun distraction. And if you're going through something rough, they always put a smile on your face. So that's been good.
The new album comes out May 1st, and you can bet there's a tour in the works. Once again, the Dixie Chicks have turned their bad times into ballads. And along the way, they've found freedom.
Do you feel like you care less now than maybe you did 17 years ago
Well, that's
about
one of the
whether
great
people
things
dislike
about
you?
controversy.
Yeah.
It's like you just feel like, oh, okay, well, everybody's gonna hate us. Hopefully, has already hated us, and so you got nothing to lose.
but I'm still waiting.